I would want you to don that hat for a moment, and I would want you to consider as to what happened yesterday in the White House between President Zelensky and President Trump. How do you see that? I mean, surely, that's certainly not was a very pleasant moment, but how do you?
Well, of course, that was totally, difficult to understand and unacceptable, way of receiving president from another country which is fighting for their survival. And that is, what I can say. A lot of European leaders have shown immediately, very clear reaction, including Commission President, with very clear message to President Zelensky and to Ukrainian nation that they will not stay alone. What is the strategy of President Trump and his team, for us is still, not very clear. And we started to get some kind of strange messages, a few weeks ago during Munich conference, with this famous, speech of Vice President G.D. Vance, and similar things. For us also is, well, we are, all of us, of course, we're standing for peace in Ukraine. And that is, Ukrainians really deserve peace, and they are those who has the strongest wish to have peace. But, just peace can be achieved only through what we call formula peace through strength. And that formula was repeated also by Americans till now, which means that, first of all, we need to bring, strength to Ukrainians, military strength, financial strength, and so on, in order to really to show to Putin that he will not achieve anything in Ukraine. Putin started the war, Putin started aggression, 3 years of the war is going on. Yes, we are supporting, and Americans were supporting, Ukraine quite a lot. But there is a wrong understanding on American side that their support was bigger than, for example, European Union support. I can tell you that European Union general support, military support, financial support to the budget, and humanitarian support was around 30% bigger than American support. Our support during those 3 years was around 130 billion euros, American 100, so not 500 or whatever we were hearing from President Trump sometimes. And military support was also very similar. If to calculate all the European support, it means not only European Union, but also Norway, Great Britain, so our numbers are very similar, around 60 billion during 3 years. So it's not small amount of money, but if you will calculate how much of support we were giving and Americans were giving per year, and you will compare that support with GDP of the countries of European Union, so you will see that both European Union support to Ukraine, military support, and American support to military support to Ukraine was below 0.1% of GDP. So it's not zero, but it's not also, what we should say that we cannot increase our support. We can increase, and we need to increase because Ukraine is defending all of us. Oh, definitely, it defends, us Europeans, but also, in some way, not direct way, it defends also United States. Because if the West will fail in Ukraine, and Russia with its aggressive policy will win, then we can see very clearly what will be international consequences. I am absolutely sure that, for example, China is watching what is happening in Ukraine. And if China will make a conclusion that the West is weak politically, economically, we are much stronger than Russia, 10 times or even more, stronger than Russia. But if we are weak and we are not able to stop Russian aggression, in Ukraine, then China will make a conclusion that the West is so weak that China can start to behave, aggressively, either towards Taiwan or whatever, North Korea was sending their troops. Why? Not just because, Putin has a shortage of soldiers, after 3 years of the war, but also because North Korea is training their soldiers in the real military, experience. And for what they are training? Again, we can just guess. So to say that, okay, this is your business, Europe, you should take care about, Ukraine, and we Americans are, staying outside, it's not the most prudent decision.